Okay, so really quick, let me fix my hair here. I'm still out, I'm working. I'm all over town, different places, getting some air, enjoying the sun. But something interesting happened, and it's sort of like it was a sign, but in two different ways. What I'm saying is going to sound a little odd, a little strange. This isn't for everybody. What I'm saying is some real life experience stuff, not intended to hurt anyone, however, to expose things that need to be exposed so people don't have to go through that if they don't choose to. So, anyway, I just started posting virally. It hasn't even been 48 hours, I believe. It may have been just a tad bit longer. I wasn't initially trying to be a poster or a blogger or put any business out there, and that was not initially the case. However, the way that it's going has guided me to a point of sharing, all with the intention of helping, if that makes sense. This is really, really deep. I'm going to go really, really deep. I don't mean to offend anybody. It may not be for everybody, but it's just conversation. But again, it's all true. Okay. So I had to look at things in a different perspective just about 10 or 15 minutes ago. But I needed to get to an area where I can be safe and talk and express myself without trying to drive and run into the back of a car. Okay. So the reason I'm saying that is because emotionally that could, you know, take things off your mind and put you in another place, and you don't really want to do that when you're behind the wheel. So when I'm driving and I'm talking, if I feel comfortable, sharing or recording, then I'll do it at that time. So the first way I looked at it was the approach that I had initially taken is for women of color, women to build strength and to help myself as well as help someone else. Then I looked at the next thing came to mind was the bigger picture. You only need to share enough information just to guide someone in the direction that you're trying to help them get to, which means you don't have to be messy. You don't have to share too much. You only need enough. And then once someone is interested in hearing you, they'll take out the time to listen. Okay? So what I'm saying by that is people just gravitate to it because it's a kind listening ear, not because I'm really searching for an audience or anybody to cheer me on or give me kudos. I'm going to do this anyway. Okay. So I didn't want to come off as the pushy, mean black chick that hates men or anything like that. That wasn't the case. The whole intention was to help build spirit, build faith in yourself, build faith in your character, whether you're man, woman, black, white, whatever. But again, initially in that direction with women of color and sisters, it's because I know about that life. I don't know about anybody else's life, so I'm not able to judge. I don't judge. However, if it helps somebody, then that is what it is intended to do in that way. So what I'm explaining, first of all, is funny. I'm really laughing because it's so goofy. I guess some people may be under the pretense because I'm acting a little differently that there's something wrong with me. No, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. That's not the case. I'm not on drugs. I don't do drugs. I'm not out for vengeance. I'm not even mad. I'm good. I'm in a very great place. So that was never the intent either. However, so when I looked at it in the aspect that it is meant for women, I had to look at it in a bigger picture of what the actual purpose behind the whole thing is to build, to love, to grow, to learn, to be happy, which that should be shared with someone you care about, which is for me a king, right? So the last thing I wanted to do is make it feel like I was trying to put men down. That is not the case. What I was doing was trying to help someone else identify those who are not real men. Those who are not real men that are deceptive, who will hurt you, who will take you for your last if they could, who will make decisions about their own well-being before their own, but do it in such a slick way that you think that's what a real king look like. I don't care if it's in the aspect of a white woman, a black woman, a whatever you call them in your belief. That's how you take that approach. So that wasn't the case. So then I had to look at it. So it seems like a deterrent, because now my videos are like being blocked or stopped. A couple little negative, sly, goofy comments, but nonetheless, nothing that is really effective in that manner. I just know that that is how someone feels, and I respect that. With that being said, now on the flip side, to help people understand, it's not about just the women. It's about the women having the kings, having the access to the man that knows how to treat a woman like a queen. So in order to do that, to build that, to make that available, men need to stand up too. Men need to stand up too. If you are able to identify somebody that you know is taking advantage of a woman in the wrong way, because it's supposed to start from the man. It's supposed to start from you. And then we play our role and we take over, and we have the power in the areas that are necessary when we don't need the king and the king is not in the castle. That's what everybody should want. Nobody wakes up and wants to be bamboozled by a fraud or a fake. At least I don't think so. But if you don't know what a real king looks like, how do you identify the BS? You don't know how to. I have seen it. I know exactly how to. I know what it looks like in all different forms. So if people feel like they want to stop you from sharing something that isn't hurting anybody, I have not attacked anybody. I have not forced anybody to say anything, be on my side, but recognize the truth and the real, because everybody knows what real looks like. They just choose not to identify real because of whatever circumstances they're in. It's not suitable for them to make that decision. I've had to make it suitable for it to be my decision. However, at some capacity, if that involves a king, then that is great. That is what I would love to have in my life. I know what that looks like right now at this point, because I know what it doesn't look like in my world. So for somebody to think that you're saying something about them that's so wrong, when I haven't said anything, I haven't mentioned someone's name, but other people know exactly who I'm referring to, that's not because of anything that I did. That's because they've seen it in you and know it's the truth. So again, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything. So again, I don't care whether it's the internet, paper, cardboard, toilet paper, paper towel rolls. I gotta write it and put it in writing, put it on video, put it on record, write a book. I could write a book. I could write a book about it. I haven't even begun to reveal. I don't need to reveal. This is not about exposure. This is all about truth. When I get to that point, when I do get to that point, it can either do one or two things. Help people that are in a situation they're in now change it, Perhaps it might help somebody that's in that situation to realize it and leave it. It might help somebody that's in that situation to do better and identify it and avoid it. I don't know. That's up to the person that is consuming the information. I don't ask anybody to review it. I haven't forced anybody to review it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. It doesn't apply. But for me, this is my truth. So, another failed attempt to perhaps try to stop me from freedom of speech will not prevail. And I know for sure, for those that know and that people that can identify or going through it, have been through it, are in it deep, are into it ankle deep and want to change it, maybe I can help you. I don't know. It's all in the way my information is perceived and what people want for their life. I don't have all the tools. I don't have any of the tools. It's just a listening ear. It's what you do with the resources that determine the change for your life. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want, I don't need to do that. It's not necessary. So, with that being said, the more you share, the more other people share, the more men share, the more women share, the more people want to help, the more people want to get involved, the more people that understand what I'm referring to can relate to my life. It relates to your life in some way. They can't stop everybody from speaking. They can't stop everybody from sharing. They can't stop everybody. It might be 2 people. It might be 5 people. I don't care. It might be nobody. But that's not the case so far. And I know as it grows and it continues to spread like mustard, there will be no way to stop the opportunities that can come from this. There will be no way to stop people from getting the help that they need. There will be no way to stop people from, a level of poverty that they can't overcome. There's so much money out here to be made in a positive way that it's uncanny. It's uncanny. And when you have people on your team that want to help you and show you the way, if one helps one, I help one, they help another, we help each other build what we need to build for our families, for each other, for our happiness. That's not a crime to do that. It's not illegal to build family happiness and to have the ability to sit around with your family, your children, and have a good time, talk, laugh, listen to each other. That's all I want in this. That's all I want in this. But there is a way. You got to start eliminating the trash first. You got to get shit out of your life. You got to clean up. You got to be the clean up woman, clean up man, whatever title you want. Because as long as it's still factoring in through the stream of what you want to do, it's toxic. And I'm not having it. I want to remove all that. I want to remove all that negative, toxic buildup of the gook and arguing and pain, because that should not be a necessity in life. Again, it's not going to be perfect. There is no perfection in anything you do. It's all in the way it's perceived and the way you handle it and carry yourself. And I will continue to do that. So anybody that would like to hear more information, would like to help, would like for me to talk to them, would like to hear me, would like to reach out to me, give me some encouragement, give me some additional faith or answers where I can spread that to somebody else, I'm willing to do that. I'm a hard worker. I'm out here grinding. I'm out here seeing things. I'm out here learning. And every day, every time I get a message and I can't hold it in because it's just right there on the tip of my tongue, I'm going to put that out there and let people hear about it. It might be 5 a day. It might be 12 a day. It might be 1. Whenever I get in deep thought, I just can't hold it in when it's so good and it feels so right. You don't want to hold it in. And if it can help somebody, I can do it. We could do it. You could do it. It's time for a change. and we can come together and help each other make those changes. I don't know what it all looks like. I don't have the answers. I don't have all the answers. But the answers are there already. We just have to figure out how to do it. Thank you. This is Dee.